Hello, and welcome to Great Sleep. Get ready to listen and relax. Tonight I'll tell you a relaxing bedtime story about a cozy town bakery whose secret recipes delighted the town's residents. The sun cast a golden glow over the picturesque streets of Willowbrook, a small town nestled in the heart of the countryside. With its charming cottages and blooming gardens, it was a place where time seemed to stand still, and the sense of community was palpable. Neighbors knew each other by name, and the town thrived on its close-knit bonds. Henry Thompson, a middle-aged man with a gentle demeanor and a twinkle in his eye, had recently inherited Sweet Haven, an urban cozy bakery, from his late uncle. As he walked through the streets towards the bakery, memories flooded his mind. He hadn't set foot in Sweet Haven since he was a child, but the scent of freshly baked bread and warm pastries still lingered in his memory. As Henry pushed open the door to Sweet Haven, he was greeted by a wave of nostalgia. The cozy interior, adorned with vintage baking tools and old family photographs, transported him back to his childhood. The wooden floors creaked beneath his feet as he made his way towards the counter, where a dusty cash register sat patiently. Henry's heart swelled with a mix of excitement and trepidation. He had always loved baking, but life had taken him on a different path. Now, with Sweet Haven in his hands, he felt a surge of possibility and purpose. He knew that reviving the bakery would not only honor his late uncle's memory, but also bring back the warmth and joy it once brought to the community. As Henry explored the nooks and crannies of Sweet Haven, he stumbled upon a dusty old recipe book hidden beneath a pile of flour sacks. With trembling hands, he carefully opened it, revealing pages filled with handwritten notes and faded photographs. Each recipe held a special memory, reminding Henry of his childhood and the love his family poured into their baking. He could almost taste his grandmother's famous apple pie, with its flaky crust and cinnamon-kissed apples. The memories flooded back, filling him with a sense of warmth and longing. Determined to preserve these cherished family recipes, Henry spent hours meticulously copying them onto fresh sheets of paper. Each recipe was a piece of his family's history, and he wanted to honor their legacy by sharing these delicious creations with the world once more. With the recipes in hand, Henry set out to assemble a team that shared his passion for baking and his vision for Sweet Haven. He put up flyers around town, seeking individuals who possessed not only baking skills, but also a deep love for creating delectable treats. Soon enough, a small team of dedicated employees joined Henry's side. There was Sarah, a young and ambitious pastry chef with a flair for creativity. Her delicate pastries were works of art, and she brought a fresh perspective to Sweet Haven's offerings. Then there was James, a seasoned baker with a knack for perfecting the classics. His breads were crusty on the outside and soft on the inside, just like his warm and friendly personality. Rounding out the team was Martha, an elderly woman whose hands had been kneading dough for decades. She had retired from baking but couldn't resist the allure of Sweet Haven. Her wisdom and experience were invaluable, and she became the heart and soul of the bakery. Together, they formed a tight-knit team, united by their love for baking and their excitement to be a part of Sweet Haven's revival. With his team by his side, Henry rolled up his sleeves and set to work reviving Sweet Haven. The bakery was in need of some tender, loving care, and they all knew it would be a labor of love. They spent days cleaning, painting, and restoring the bakery's charming interior. The scent of fresh paint mingled with the aroma of baking, creating a symphony of smells that filled the air. With every brushstroke and every sweep of the broom, Sweet Haven began to come alive once again. Finally, the day came when they were ready to reopen Sweet Haven's doors. Henry stood behind the counter, a mixture of excitement and nervousness coursing through his veins. Would the community embrace Sweet Haven once more? Would they appreciate the love and care that had gone into every recipe? As the clock struck 8 a.m., the doors swung open and a stream of customers flooded in. Word had quickly spread about the revival of Sweet Haven, attracting both loyal customers and new faces to the town. The smell of freshly baked bread and sweet pastries wafted through the air, drawing people in like bees to honey. Sweet Haven quickly became more than just a bakery. It became a gathering place for the community. People flocked to the bakery not just for delicious treats, but also for friendship and support. The cozy atmosphere and the warm smiles of Henry and his team made everyone feel welcome. As customers indulged in their favorite treats, they shared stories of their fond memories of Sweet Haven from years past. They spoke of birthday cakes that had brought tears of joy, and pies that had comforted them during difficult times. Sweet Haven had become more than just a bakery. It had become a part of their lives, a place where memories were made and cherished. Henry and his team reveled in the connections they formed with their customers. They listened to their stories, shared laughter and tears, and became an integral part of the community. Sweet Haven had truly become a haven, a place where people could find solace, joy, and a sense of belonging. As Sweet Haven's popularity grew, so did the challenges that Henry and his team faced. Unexpected setbacks, such as equipment malfunctions and ingredient shortages, tested their resolve. On top of that, a larger bakery chain, Heavenly Delights, opened a branch in Willowbrook, posing a threat to Sweet Haven's success. Henry's determination and resourcefulness were put to the test as he navigated these obstacles. He sought out local suppliers for fresh ingredients, ensuring that Sweet Haven's treats remained of the highest quality. He also turned to the community for support, organizing fundraisers and events to rally behind their beloved bakery. Despite the competition from Heavenly Delights, Henry refused to compromise on the values that made Sweet Haven special. He knew that it was their dedication to quality, personalized service, and community connections that set them apart. With the support of their loyal customers and the unwavering commitment of his team, Sweet Haven continued to thrive. Amidst the hustle and bustle of running Sweet Haven, Henry's heart found solace in a familiar face. Emma, a kind-hearted customer with a passion for baking, had caught Henry's eye from the moment she walked into the bakery. Her warm smile and genuine appreciation for Sweet Haven's treats sparked a connection between them. As Henry and Emma spent more time together, their shared love for baking deepened their bond. They would often find themselves side by side in the kitchen, working on special baking projects and exchanging stories about their favorite recipes. Their conversations flowed effortlessly, as if they had known each other for a lifetime. With every passing day, their connection grew stronger. They supported each other through the challenges of running a bakery and found joy in sharing their dreams for the future. Baking became their language of love, a way to express their feelings without uttering a single word. Sweet Haven's revival was not only fueled by nostalgia and community support, but also by its delectable signature treats. Henry and his team had carefully curated a menu that showcased the best of their family recipes, each one carrying a story and a legacy. Grandma's apple pie, with its buttery crust and perfectly spiced filling, became an instant hit. The aroma of cinnamon and apples wafted through the town, drawing people from miles away. Uncle Joe's cinnamon rolls, soft and gooey with just the right amount of sweetness, had customers lining up at the crack of dawn. These beloved recipes became a staple in the community, with people eagerly waiting to get their hands on these mouth-watering creations. Sweet Haven's reputation for exceptional baked goods continued to grow, solidifying its place as the heart and soul of Willowbrook. Sweet Haven had become more than just a bakery. It had become a sanctuary for those seeking comfort and joy. Customers from all walks of life found solace in the warm embrace of the bakery's treats and the genuine care of Henry and his team. Mrs. Johnson, a widow who had recently lost her husband, found solace in Sweet Haven's freshly baked bread. Each loaf reminded her of the warmth and love that had filled her home during her husband's lifetime. As she savored each bite, she felt a sense of connection to him, as if he were still by her side. Mr. Ramirez, a hard-working father of 3, found respite in Sweet Haven's chocolate chip cookies. With each bite, he was transported back to his own childhood, a time when life was simpler and worries were few. The taste of those cookies brought him comfort and reminded him to cherish the little moments with his own children. Sweet Haven had become a place where people could find a taste of home, no matter where life had taken them. Whether it was a freshly baked pastry or a friendly conversation with Henry or his team, the bakery provided a refuge from the chaos of the outside world. Despite Sweet Haven's growing success, the threat from Heavenly Delights loomed over Henry and his team. The larger bakery chain had deep pockets and a well-established reputation, making it a formidable competitor. Heavenly Delights flooded the town with advertisements, boasting about their mass-produced offerings and tempting discounts. They offered convenience and variety, but they lacked the personal touch and the heartfelt connection that Sweet Haven provided. Henry knew that he had to find a way to differentiate Sweet Haven from Heavenly Delights. He doubled down on his commitment to quality, sourcing only the finest ingredients and ensuring that every treat was made with love and care. He also emphasized the importance of community, organizing events that celebrated local talent and showcased Sweet Haven's unique creations. Through their dedication and unwavering commitment to their values, Sweet Haven continued to thrive. The community rallied behind them, realizing that their support was vital to preserving the soul of their beloved bakery. As Sweet Haven flourished, so did Henry and Emma's relationship. Their shared passion for baking and their love for Sweet Haven brought them closer with each passing day. They spent evenings experimenting with new recipes, their laughter filling the bakery as they whisked, kneaded, and tasted their creations. Together, they discovered new flavors and techniques, infusing their treats with a touch of magic. Their love grew not only in the kitchen but also outside its walls. They shared quiet moments in the park, hand in hand, dreaming about their future together. They talked about expanding Sweet Haven, opening new branches in neighboring towns, and spreading the warmth and joy they had found in Willowbrook. Henry and Emma's connection was rooted not only in their love for each other, but also in their shared dream for Sweet Haven. They became each other's pillars of support, celebrating the bakery's successes and comforting each other during its challenges. As years passed, Sweet Haven solidified its place as a beloved staple in the community. Locals and visitors from afar flocked to the bakery, drawn by its reputation for exceptional treats and warm hospitality. Henry looked back on his journey with a sense of fulfillment. He had honored his family's legacy and preserved the traditions of Sweet Haven. The bakery had become a testament to the enduring power of heritage, community, and the simple joy that could be found in a warm slice of pie or a freshly baked loaf of bread. Sweet Haven had become more than just a bakery. It had become a symbol of love, resilience, and the power of dreams. Henry knew that its legacy would continue for generations to come, bringing comfort and joy to all who walked through its doors. And as he stood behind the counter, surrounded by the laughter and chatter of customers, he couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the memories that had been made, the connections that had been forged, and the love that had flourished within Sweet Haven's walls. For in Sweet Haven, dreams came true, love found a home, and the taste of happiness was forever preserved.